Welcome to 2026. I'm back.
It's the return of the irregular. Substitute pencils with laptops and handhelds, so you know I'm credible. At least more so than these so-called artists.
So this is my entrance, and you'll notice from the moment you walk into this room, you're gonna see my inspiration. That's gonna be the day that my wife and I got married, that beautiful day, October 2023. And these are images, beautiful images from the Lockharts. It's my inspo. Family is very, very important to me. And you'll see everything from my nieces that are very important to me, my beautiful wife, my mom, my siblings. That's the entrance. So once we get into the room, you'll see wall number 1. And it's my inspiration wall. This wall is a wall of motivation. As an individual, are my goats. So you have everything from Martin Scorsese, Samuel L. Jackson, Quentin Tarantino. The movies are amazing. Come on, you gotta have Ryan Coogler in there. And you can have the GOAT in here, Steven Spielberg. You have the king, the Godfather, Alfred Hitchcock. Denzel gotta be in there somewhere. Just so much inspiration. I love what Regina has been doing. Issa Rae, just so much inspiration. Spike Lee. I just printed out one by one. This year I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking heads, so I installed this Amaran panel above my head. These shelves were sent to me and sponsored by Modern Shelves. These shelves are amazing. Obviously, wood is something that I love. The brown wood is what I really, really love and wanted to showcase. These put everything together perfectly. I used to be a DJ in a different life. So I have my small mixer, my first ever small mixer. I have a bigger mixer, but it's my small mixer. I print a lot of things. I'm a visual person. As much as I like my iPads, I like to print stuff out so I can actually see it. As I go to this side, I have my Blackmagic panel. It should be on my desk so I could use it a little bit more. This is my Blackmagic setup for my home podcast. Obviously for my clients, I use more of a Sony system, but for my home setup, I've decided to do a solid setup where I have my 3-camera system. I have a 6K and 2 4Ks for my side shots. So 3 camera setups. I'm gonna start doing some of my interviews for my podcast here. And I think it's just easier to have setups for things. It helps me mentally not have to do so many things. You'll notice that I have a lot of Pelican cases and a lot of crazy setups when I'm hitting the road. And it's easier if I have a setup here that's just consistent. Having 3 Blackmagics that can shoot in B-RAW and have the same Kodaks, have everything look the same, is just convenient for me. I have my charging station here. I have my Apple Watch, my Ultra 3 that I use for running. It usually goes here. My wallet attachment and my phone usually goes here. All my lighting in here is Philips. It's really bright right now, so I'm gonna do another video where I break down when the lights are away, what it looks like. Every filmmaker who has a home studio probably has one of these, so I'm no different. It's very convenient. I have a lot of little pieces of things, and this Husky tool desk, the storage unit actually helps a lot with that. I'll provide a link to that. But I'm actually pretty proud of this. This first section is more of a charging station for my immediate things, such as my batteries, for my Sonys, for my monitors, whatever I have. Like my quick release plates, things of that nature stay here. But it's more of a charging station, really quick charging station. It's like one of the bigger pieces. Typically, if you want to do like just a quick charge to anything, charge some microphones, charge anything, is going to happen up here. Headphones. This is a battery station. Like, this is the real battery station right here. And this is where I have Duracells, things for my recorders. This is my sound section, so I have all my lavaliers on this side. I have a couple really cool Hollyland headphones. I have so many Rode microphones. I have my recorders in here, H6, and I have a couple different other recorders here as well. So that's that section, right? Did I miss one? Yeah. Next section is going to be just general monitors. I have a couple of Shinobis in here, small HD. Down here usually are triggers and things of that nature, but I've been using them
The next one are cords. A lot of everything else will be cords. Over here we have a lot of USB-C cords, a lot of locks, a lot of HDMI cords, things that I just know that I'm going to generally really need. I have converters that I need here for like my laptop. So all those things live here. And down here are more cords, more plugs, more outlets, things that I need, tether cords, some microphones, things of that nature, things I need to store. But everyone should have one of these. If you have a lot of gadgets, a lot of wires and stuff like that, just get one of these. And of course, it's an easy opportunity to do some overhead. I have a bar that I typically use I have to install. You can have some overheads for product reviews. So those are handy. You'll see this grip out. This is my ultimate grip. This is going to be holding a camera, especially when you're talking about a room like this. You want efficiency. This particular setup, I'll also put the links in the description. You can get off of Amazon in a couple days. They're usually very efficient, but you have the grip and you're able to kind of take it from here, or even if with the bar, you can put the same thing on the bar, but it attaches to everything. Also on this shelf, I have a probe lens that just sits here. I barely even use it, but it's for those really crazy, amazing, tight shots. If you want to get inside of a soda can or a bottle or something like that. And on top, lifted highest, at its highest elevation, we hold Alpha High, my fraternity of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I have some of the things that I had when I crossed, like my books and my brick, and all the things that kind of identify me. Now, in terms of the room as a whole, I'll do another video on this, but all the lighting is controlled through my Philips app. I use Philips lamps, Philips strips, Philips, just everything, just side lamps, stuff like that, because especially if you see the space in the dark, it's gonna look completely different, and you can control the mood, set it as you feel. And someone like myself, sometimes I'm in the mood, sometimes I'm not, and I think lighting helps that a lot. Leading to wall number 2, what you'll notice here is that obviously it's really bright. As an editor, you're really sensitive to light, but I got blackout curtains. Can you see me? Now you see me, now you don't. That was very important to me. If you look at the rest of the house, and maybe my wife will inspire us to do a full tour. For me as an editor, I needed blackout curtains, especially when you're doing any kind of coloring work. You don't want a situation where you're not getting the authentic colors that you want. And sometimes your eyes get sensitive. One minute you see something and then you wake up the next morning and you see something completely different. So your eyes play tricks on you. You should be using mirrors. So we have a dope couch. I am looking for a sponsor, full transparency. I do want, I would love to get a new sponsor for this couch. It's something I got off of Amazon. I will not add the link because we can do better. But these pillows I stole from my wife. When she sees it, she'll probably try to take it back. Over here, I have some literature here. Right now, I'm a faithful man. So right now I'm reading Joel Tudman's The Fight to Find Yourself. And Will Packer, one of my favorite producers, and also a brother of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Who Better Than You? The Art of Healthy Arrogance and Dreaming Big. You should definitely check it out if you're a filmmaker or producer, someone who wants to get some inspiration, someone who started at FAMU University as a small-time filmmaker, and now he's a Hollywood A-lister. It's a great book to kind of read. This little side shelf or stand, I'll send you a link on Amazon as well. It's really cool because obviously it has a plug connected to it, so I can just plug something really quick. I didn't add this to the last one. The Husky also has a battery station as well. On this side, you'll also see another major accomplishment for myself. I got my 4-year bachelor's degree from the University of Central Florida. I got my bachelor's in film, and it's a major accomplishment for me. The art of filmmaking, of storytelling is very important, and learning the history of it and learn the educational part is important. But do you still need it in 2026? It's up for debate. The final part of this wall is going to be my camera station. Now, this is the part that catches everybody's attention. So you know I'm a Canon guy. I love Canons. I have my 85s, my 24-70s. I also have my 28-70s. I have so much lenses, 15 to 35s. I have some old stuff over here. I have a 100 macro. I have a 50mm, my favorite lens. But I also have a couple G Master 35mm over here for my Sony. I do have a lot of cameras. I have my FX3s up here. I have a FX30. I have a R6, Canon R6, Canon R5. In terms of my storage solution, I have a completely separate video for this because it's a whole video in itself, but I have my QNAP. If you're a film company, you make a lot of videos and you need a lot of storage and you need backups and things of that nature, you need a RAID system. If you're graduating from a situation where you don't want a bunch of SSDs, you want something that is a great investment, and that one was a hell of an investment. So far, I probably spent $6,000-7,000 on just storage bays to put inside of it. I have 24 terabyte drives inside of that, and they're not all even filled yet because it was too expensive. But I have a QNAP. I'll put the link to this particular QNAP on there. Especially in this area, it gets a little dark. So what I have here are these lights, remote control lights. I can turn them on and off. They have sensors as well, so you can keep them on and have the sensor. But because I don't use this area a lot, you won't have a lot of sensors, so I just keep them on. They're also very easy to detach. They have magnetic strips on them, so you can actually put these magnetic strips anywhere, and they're really convenient. So adjustability is key to everything you want to do. You can use these in the kitchen. That's where the sensor really comes in handy. We have a setup in the kitchen as well, and you know, usually when you're walking into the kitchen, that's when the sensor comes on. But over here, I'm never reaching over here unless it's just like a lens, which is very rarely. So these look nice, very much in low light. When have all the lights on, these look really good. So this is arguably the most important side of the walls. Even though I love all the sides, this is my editing station. And because I spend so much time in here, your editing station requires a very sturdy, very comfortable desk. And that's why I chose this particular desk when I decided to partner with Desky. They are sponsoring this desk in this video as well. And the thing I love about this particular desk, first thing first, quality. Quality makes a big difference. You don't want something that's gonna scratch a lot, that's gonna get dinged after every single use. This is a desk that's gonna last you a very long time. I love the adjustability. Sometimes I'm sitting down and I'll, within minutes, wanna go back to a sitting position. And you can definitely do it with some easy controls from this particular desk. What I'm using as a computer is my trusty M1 Pro Max computer. I haven't updated it because I don't really need to. It's held up incredibly well, but I also maxed it out once I got it. But it works really well paired with my RAID system over here, my QNAP RAID. I have a monitor stand, but there's no stand on it. I have an actual arm over here. I'm in the middle. I'm kind of confused. I love the longer curved screen, but I also do have a actual Apple monitor, calibrated monitor that I spent like $1,400 on. That's sitting in my closet. I do like the real estate though. I love having the space, but the reason that I'm not using it is because I do have my laptop to color grade off. I trust more of the color accuracy on this MacBook Pro, but I don't know. If Apple or somebody send me a bigger solution, I might decide to change it. Down here, I have an audio interface. I have my OWC Thunderbolt hub. I have a couple extra G-RAID storage solutions down here. I have my trusty headphones over here. I have too many headphones. I'm gonna put links to all of it here, but I have my Sony. This right here, I typically use when I'm getting on my wife's nerve, but it's a quality headphone, but it's honestly not necessarily, it has a little bit too much bass in it. So I'm actually gonna do a completely different video where I show you what I actually use for audio. But when you're doing levels, I do podcasts a lot. So a lot of talking stuff, and then you have some audio, and you want something that has a more even, like equalized sound, not too much bass. So I just like them though. They look really good on the table. The mouse is gonna be a trusty Apple mouse, but I should be upgrading that. So in the future, I will upgrade to something a little bit more, but it's a very simple setup that I have here. And obviously, let me go ahead and show you my monitor, but it's a little bit more real estate, right? I'm able to see everything a little bit more. These are obviously my websites, Laventure Photography and LaventureAgency.com. It's just more real estate. If I'm using my bottom screen for color grading and things like that, it's easier to have a full timeline. Whether I'm using DaVinci, whether I'm using Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere, I use honestly all of them. I even use CapCut. Don't judge me. I use CapCut for quick videos that I use for my running content, really quick, simple stuff. Now, these panels are from Ozark. They were also a sponsor, and I think it brings it to life. I think it's beautifully set up. They are worth every single dime because one, they do block sound. There are actual panels that are acoustic. They actually block sound. I'll put the link in the description, but it's a beautiful setup because otherwise I'd have like a white wall. It'd be just a simple white wall, but this works perfectly because it brings this piece to life. So I have some JBL speakers here. I make a lot of noise. I make a lot of noise and I want to hear it, right? If I have a song that I'm using for a soundtrack, I'm using any kind of sound effects, I want to genuinely hear it. I want to know what it's going to really sound like and get into my zone. It inspires me and makes me want to really jump out the room and get this thing done. So that's what I use for my audio. My wife runs in here all the time telling me to put it down, but we're rebellious. We do what we want. So and what good is a desk if you don't have a comfortable chair? Desky also sent me this chair. I do add my own patent pads and cushions on them just to kind of help elevate me a little bit, but I love the mesh design, the black sleek design. I love the adjustability of it, and I love how I love the firmness of it. Sometimes these chairs can be a little, I'm not gonna say flimsy, but they're not the most strongest built, and I think this particular chair is another chair that will last. If one thing you'll notice about everything in here, everything I have lasts a really, really long time because of the attention to detail that I have with everything. I just got this stand from iFootage. They didn't sponsor it, but hopefully they see this video and send me a couple more. But this is a stand, and it's supposed to replace to some degree light stands, and I love it. It does have a lot of balance, even if it doesn't do much wobbling, but it's a stationary at the same time. Now, when I'm doing my talking head videos, I do use a bigger diffuser, but I have an old school Amaran 200X. It's nothing crazy. In this room, I don't need too much. I have a light source coming from this side. I just need something that's gonna work as a slightly better key. But for the most part, this does the job. It does the job. It's bi-color, so you can change the temperature as you need to, but it's a beautiful stand and a beautiful combo for my lighting. And it doesn't take a lot of real estate. It doesn't take up a lot of space at all. So I think that's the thing that I like the most about it. Like I told you, I do bigger productions. So I have a lot of Pelican cases, and this holds everything together. I got this off of Amazon too. I'll provide the link to you as well. But I have a couple Pelican cases. This is not Pelican. I call them all Pelican, but it is not. They're different brands, but Pelican is so popular, I just call it a Pelican brand. But yeah, I have a couple Pelican cases in my storage unit, but these are the things that I use for my immediate stuff. I break it down. This is for my general film stuff, general photography stuff, and larger productions right here. I also have my bags, my everyday bag that I use for shooting with my wife. I'm my wife's slave. Don't tell her I said that. But I shoot all her content, and usually I just put my R5 in here with the 2870, and I'll put my 50mm in here. Typically, she loves that shallow depth of field that the 1.2 provides. As you see, I have all these gimbals along with this gimbal that I have behind you, DJI. And down here, I have a couple other things. I have my drone here. I have a Mavic. A big ass Mavic. I don't know which one it is, but I have a Mavic. I have my audio setup here, my audio board. For productions, I have my Hollyland headphones. I'll put links to all this stuff here as well, especially when I do productions where, for example, we just did the McDonald's activation during Art Basel. It was incredibly loud, and these headphones were amazing. These have noise cancellation, and they last a really long time. They're really good quality, so I'll put a link to this in there as well. But this entire room, for the most part, is built off efficiency. This wall is made to inspire. We have the beautiful panels here, and we have some of my best and some of my favorite shots. These are all inspirational in their own specific way that I have over here. The frames I got also from Amazon. So I'll put the links to everything that I have here, everything on Amazon, but also shout out to, again, all my sponsors, Modern Shelving for these beautiful shelves, Desky for this amazing desk, and also Ozark for these amazing acoustic wall panels. They're the best. And I'm not even just saying that just because, but I'm just saying it because it's quality, and that's what I love. That's what we are. Me and my wife, we're quality. Get some. All right, and to conclude, this is technically wall number 4. This is a closet that you shall not see, but this is a side shelf. My wife hates it. I think it looks good. I got this off of Amazon as well. A lot of gems on Amazon, but again, I just have so many things, and for it to not look crazy, I just need storage space. The goal typically when you have a lot of things and not a lot of huge space is shelving, right? You have to modify, or you have to take advantage of spacing. So shelving and things like that will help to condense it and make it not look as bad. Some things that might get upgraded, and whoever wants to sponsor this, you can go ahead and do that. But some of my lighting setups would love to kind of switch this up. Something like this I would love to be permanent, but I also like to use this on the road, especially with podcast productions, as like some rim lights, things like that can change. At some point, I'm going to be moving some of these things off the shelf like this. As I become a master colorist with DaVinci, it'll come off the shelf. All right, and there you have it. This is my infamous workstation, ultimate room setup, video editor haven, whatever you want to call it. Be creative with that, but this is my home to creativity in 2026. I want to give you guys a lot of content. I want to give you guys a lot of education, entertainment, and follow me as I grow as a colorist with DaVinci Resolve, but more importantly, share a lot of different tips. Even if this is not education on gear, it's about how I run my agency, how I get deals, how I outreach. I want to also share how I even got these brands. Half the expensive things in this room were sponsored. So I want to kind of talk to you guys about how I can do all those things. But more importantly, I recommend and I encourage you to create a space that's going to be conducive to the things that you want to do, and it's going to keep you motivated every day. You're not going to wake up every single morning motivated. And if you're able to wake up into a space that inspires you, it's going to increase the possibility, or it's going to increase the chances that you'll be productive for that day. 2026 is your year. I know it's my year, but it's also going to be your year. And it all starts with day one. Let's get it.